Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we're super happy to have you here. And if you've been listening and enjoying for a while, I would be super grateful if you would please take a moment to give us a review on Apple Podcasts. It's one of the best and simplest ways to pay it forward and help others find the show so that they too can tap into the powerful perspectives and positive vibrations we are collectively emanating. The other unique and magical way to share this show is by sending any friends you think would benefit from listening to this podcast our Game with the Universe link at positivehead.com/game. Also listed in the show notes, which will serve them up a quote-unquote random episode when they click it. Just instruct them before clicking the link to close their eyes for a moment and sincerely ask the universe to cue up the episode that contains the insight and perspectives that they most need to hear at this point in their life journey, and then click to listen to whatever episode is synchronistically served up to them. I have heard time and time again from people about the incredible results they received playing the game. So just tell your friends magical results are guaranteed or their karma back.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome. Welcome one and all. I am super grateful for you joining me on this day of gratitude here in the U.S. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I found today a clip from Bashar that really resonated with me. And I know a lot of us are going through, as actually Bashar has been talking about this year, shakeups and breakups. And these shakeups that many of us are experiencing, and maybe some of us are experiencing breakups as well, these shakeups are not easy. And when we go through them, it can be a little disconcerting. And what I like to remember when we are experiencing life is that it is all divine. We are constantly being guided and shown the way. And this divine guidance, this divine plan has been ever apparent to me lately. I talked on Tuesday about all of the ways that we receive synchronicities from spirit, whether it be through song, through video clip, through movie, through numbers, through animal communication, whatever it may be. Spirit is always speaking to us. And today, Spirit spoke to me through this YouTube clip from Bashar called As You Serve, You Are Served. Take a listen.
Nothing is by accident. It's all an orchestration. Synchronicity permeates everything you experience, whether you know it or not. This is all an orchestration. When you are walking down a street, all the people that you see walking down the street around you are not there by accident. It may be differing in degree of relevance as to what their presence means to you or what your presence means to them, but it's not an accident. You are there because you're serving to support the greater whole picture, to allow someone else or yourself to glean something from the experience of being there at that exact place, at that exact moment in time. The orchestration is amazing, precise, unerring. When you are stuck in one of your so-called traffic jams, it's not by accident that you're there. So take the time to look around. The people that are next to you in their automobiles are not there by accident. Again, it may not necessarily be that relevant for you at that moment, or maybe you are learning some lessons. Here's one example. Again, by being in that traffic jam and not moving forward very quickly, how do you know that 5 miles down the road, if you had been going at full speed, you wouldn't have gotten into an accident that killed you? You don't know. But what you do know is that there's a reason this is happening. And again, it may not necessarily have that much to do with you, but it has to do with you in your willingness to support someone in that grouping who does need to learn something from that experience. That's the willingness to serve that you all have on a higher level. Bring that willingness to serve down to earth, and you will be served as well. As you serve, you are served. It's just like what we have said by analogy. Each and every one of you is like a little puzzle piece. And when you all fit together, you create the big puzzle picture that supports all of the pieces within it as the pieces support the whole. If you are willing to be the puzzle piece the way you were intended to be shaped, the natural shape you are, and not trying to be a different shape that you are not, you will fit with all the other shapes willing to be themselves, and you will create a harmonious whole. Remember, unity and harmony are not the product of being homogeneous. Unity and harmony are the product of validating the differences that each of you beautifully are, so that all the differences fit together and create the whole picture. Diversity is the key. So the idea in being diverse as beings, in drawing from the diversity of multiple parallel dimensions of experience and reality to create your path in this life, is what's going on all the time. You are the product of infinite diversity every single moment. Billions of times per second are you redefining yourself. Literally billions of times per second are you going back to zero. Whatever the definition is in the next moment is what your reality is, changing the future and the past. Every single moment, billions of times per second. You are that free to go to zero and redefine yourself every moment. When you collectively gather and you have an agreement that you are in this powerful electromagnetic vortex that can act as an amplifier and a reflector and a magnifier for the energies that you bring into it, you have to understand, based on what we're telling you now, yes, in a sense, you can say, well, yes, Sedona is a vortex. You are the vortex. You are creating the energy. It is representative of your collective agreement about what you're truly capable of, what you're truly capable of creating with each other by serving each other and reflecting to each other what you truly need. There's that word again, what you truly need to be yourselves, to have a life of fulfillment and a life of joy. You deserve it. You're worth it. Do remember, all of you are worthy by the fact that you exist, because creation doesn't make mistakes. And if you exist, that means you're worthy of existence. It means creation needs you to exist for it to be all that it is. Those of you who might have experienced the idea of believing in your lack of worth, you're arguing with creation, and you will never win that argument because you cannot stop existing. So, don't keep pounding your head against the wall, I'm unworthy, I'm not deserving, because creation will never acknowledge that, ever. You cannot stop existing. Existence is your natural state. There is no room in non-existence for anything that exists. Non-existence is already full of all the things that will never exist. I'll put it another way. Listen carefully to the definition. Non-existence is its quality. That means non-existence doesn't exist. Existence exists. Non-existence doesn't exist. That's its primary quality, to not exist. So there's nowhere for you to go. You may change your form, but you cannot stop existing. That is your natural quality. It's the quality of existence itself. And what you call, what you experience as unconditional love is just your way of recognizing the actual frequency of existence. That's its core frequency, what you call unconditional love and support. You are constantly, unconditionally supported by existence in whatever way you say is true for you. Fear-based, you're supported in it. Joy-based, you're supported in it. Because the support is what? Unconditional. Look that up in your dictionaries. It means no condition, none, zero. What you say goes. It's in your control. It's in your hands. Your greatest power is the freedom to choose. So choose who it is you prefer to be. Act in the way you prefer to act. Be the living example for others, to give them the option, the choice, the opportunity to see that there may be a more joyful way to live. It doesn't mean they have to buy into it. It doesn't mean they have to match your frequency. But at least give them the choice. Maybe someday they will remember the living example you provided and go, oh, I get it now. I can apply that in my life. Not that they have to. Again, remember, whatever you share when it's appropriate to share, whatever someone else does with that is none of your business. Because you don't know their path. You don't know what they have determined they need to experience to get where they're going. But just give them the option. Give them the choice. Let them decide when and where and how to use it. Remember, there's no rush. There's no hurry. You're all eternal, infinite beings. No hurry. Somewhere, somehow, somewhen, you'll get it. You don't have to get it now, but you can choose to. It's up to you. I guarantee you that when you do, your lives will be a lot smoother, a lot more joyful, a lot more creative, a lot more loving, and a lot more serving of all that is, that allows all that is to reflect that service back to you. So, the parallel realities that you constantly connect into, the other dimensions you become aware of, the other versions of your greater being that are living out their lives along with you simultaneously, side by side or overlapping, if you wish to put it that way, are there for you to mine as you need to, as they give to you and they serve you and you serve them by providing them more experience, more information, more energy, so they can draw from you what they need as you draw from them what you need. So we're talking about service across multiple realities. Service across multiple dimensions is your natural state. Bring that down to earth. Flow that energy of service through you to serve each other as the mirrors and reflections that you are to each other, because that's what relationships are actually fundamentally all about. That everyone in the relationship reflects to the others what they need to know to become more of who they are, as they do for you. You don't have to impose any kind of rigidity on the relationship and assume, well, it's got to be this because the attraction is so strong, it must mean this. You don't know that. Let the relationship show you what it is. Don't impose a rigid societal structure on it. Let it show you what it's for. Because the strength of the attraction doesn't necessarily translate to any particular societal structure. The strength of the attraction just means it's a very important agreement you have made with that person or those people to get reflected to you what you need while you reflect to them what they need. That's what the strength of the attraction is about. It doesn't mean you have to get married because you're already married to them in the agreement you've made to serve each other. It doesn't have to take the societal form. That's up to you. If it continues that way, and by the end of your life, it appears that that's what it was, then by the end of your life, you'll know that. You don't have to impose that limitation, that structure, that definition on it while it's happening. You'll find out at the end what it was for, what it was all about. Do you understand? Yes. Does this serve you? Yes.
Before we continue on with today's episode, for those of you interested in getting more fantastic fungi in your life, I want to take a quick moment to tell you about a friend of mine's brand new company, The Great Mother. Recently, I have been drinking The Great Mother's superfood mushroom coffee alternative called Ritual, as well as regularly taking their awesome Ally microdoses, and I am truly loving both. As you probably know, these days, many of the world's highest achievers and performers swear by microdosing. The problem is it can still be difficult to get a hold of magic mushrooms. That's why when my friend reached out, who lives in an area and country where legalization is not a problem like it was in the past, and said he'd be willing to offer microdoses to my listeners, I wanted to pass the word along. Ally microdoses are 100% organic. And in addition to a small amount of the magic active ingredient, they also contain functional mushrooms like lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, and other brain boosters like bacopa. Ally is essentially a full spectrum nootropic. And of course, the coffee alternative Ritual doesn't contain magic mushrooms, but it has an array of the best organic functional mushrooms in the world. And, with functional mushrooms, it's really important to get them from the highest integrity sources. And whereas some other highly popular mushroom coffee alternatives on the market only contain a few varieties of functional mushrooms in their actual ingredients, Ritual has 7. Not only does it contain more types, it also contains 3 to 4 times the amount that the big brands have in each serving. And it tastes amazing. I actually like to have it on its own, as well as mixing it into my coffee sometimes as well. However, since this is definitely a unique offering, there are a few steps. First, just reach out and request to follow the private page, thegreat.mother on Instagram. Once you've been accepted to follow, just message what you're interested in getting and someone will get back to you.
We always figure it out in the end, don't we? In the end, at the end of the movie, all of the puzzle pieces have been put together. The most confusing movie we could ever watch. We have no idea what's going on as we're watching it. In the end, we know it will all get put together. We will figure it out. It will all become clear. If we could walk through life in this way, knowing that the attraction doesn't mean, oh, I'm supposed to marry this person, but that attraction means this person is important to my journey and I'm important to their journey, and we are here to serve one another. What if we looked at each and every moment in terms of how can I serve? How can I serve the whole? Because we include ourselves in that. Service of the whole, service in unity, service in harmony, by being our true, authentic selves, by recognizing the mirrors that are present all around us, by being grateful, eternally grateful for every single soul who has shown up in our lives to give us this mirror, to show us who we really are, even if they break our heart. That's the way, unfortunately, I think I've told this story a million times. That's the way I've learned in my life when it's hard. Unfortunately, again, as humans, we like to learn the hard way. And when we learn the hard way, we learn. We learn. We have lots of opportunities to learn before it gets hard. But we like to ignore, doubt, not realize that there's absolutely nothing that is an accident. Everything is divinely planned. We will get there. We will all get there. No matter how hard we fight, deny, ignore, we will all get there. So we can make it easy or we can make it hard. I am deciding to surrender, to completely surrender and make it easy. The divine has our back. Always. We are always guided, always protected. And when we surrender to that, life gets a little easier. We live in our joy, we live in our passion, and we can share that light with others. I think that's it for me today, everyone. I love you all so much. Happy Gratitude Day to you all. I'm going to leave you with this song by Mom Muse called Glorious. Until next time, I love you all.
what a day,
what a day.
Glorious, gather round. There's nothing better than a friend. Oh, what a day,
what a day.
Glorious, smell of rain has hitched a ride upon the wind. I've got good friends to the left of me and good friends to my right. Got the open sky above me and the earth beneath my feet. Got a song inside my heart that's singing all in life is sweet. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. All the clouds have gathered round the tops of trees. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. Pitter patter, falling rain, I can't believe. All that's green lifts up its leaves, singing water, come on in. We've been waiting all these days, praying you would come to quench every yearning in our bones. Water with your life begins. Oh, what a day. Is believing. Has the wings of faith. Is a clear river of perceiving. All is well. Ooh, this is a friendly mystery. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. Baby blue jay squawking in the cherry tree. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. Deep in the night we had a raccoon robbery. Pitter patter, little paws have left their footprints all around. Pitter patter, evidence some fruit has fallen to the ground. Pitter patter sings my heart at the thought of what's to come. What a day. Is believing. Has the wings of faith. Is a clear river of perceiving. All is well. Ooh, this is a friendly mystery. All is well. Ooh, this is a friendly mystery. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. Under the sky we slept last night, just you and me. Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Glorious. The waning moon, our cycle is almost complete. We've got good friends to the left of us and good friends to our right. We've got the open sky above us and the earth beneath our feet. Never fear, the birds are singing. Even endings can be sweet. Oh, what a day.